Hello, I'm Ray. Welcome to Wine Tap Tips. I'm here with Rich LoRusso of LoRusso's Cucina. He's going to show us how to make Chantrelle Mushroom Risotto. And when it's done, it should look something like this. Right,
exactly like this.
Exactly like this. And hopefully we can all recreate this at home after Rich shows us how to do it. Let's go.
Got it. Home for myself, you know, I'd be cooking off a chicken and the stock. I make my own stock because you're going to take the chicken and you're going to put it in your risotto, you know, then you have that fresh stock. But the concentration of some of these bouillons nowadays is so fantastic. You know, low salt, but it has an incredible amount of chicken fat in it. You're really hard pressed to try and get that out of something that you're cooking. Try to make your own fresh stock.
For those doing this at home, is there a brand that you'd recommend?
But you know, the better the bouillon, that kind of cranks it up. But I like the minor products. You know, these are the ones that we get from you know, commercially. Minor, Knorr. Knorr actually has some good bases. I see them in the store. Problem is they're dry, and I like to use a paste. Paste is a true reduction product, and the flavors are just concentrated.
And then over in the other pan, you're just kind of softening up and caramelizing.
Softening up. I have just a little bit of garlic. The cipollini onions that we're browning up.
And what's about the ratio?
Of what?
Of onions to risotto that you're.
Oh, I mean, some people won't even put onions in it because people don't like the texture, but it's all very subjective. Very, very subjective. And I'm only going to make about 2 cups of rice here.
So I'm going to give an outline and then kind of tell people to go with what they like to their personal
recipes are strictly interpretations.
So you have 2 cups of risotto in there.
2 cups of risotto, and that's gonna. It's about three times the stock level. You want to cook it really slow. My fire, the pan is hot, but the fire is low. You want to cook it very slow. Incorporate the stock a little at a time, and what that does, it helps. The slowing, pardon me, the slowing cooking technique doesn't rush the rice, and the rice opens very slowly, and the starch releases. So if you would dump it in there all at once, you're going to get a kind of a matted mess. Where here you want to constantly, and always use a rounded with the wooden spoon, because if you use the metal spoon, it would actually be cutting the rice and breaking the rice up.
So you want to be gentle with the rice. You want the rice to open up its pores and soak in the flavors.
Correct. And
not rush it. So it's almost okay.
And I'm using a flat pan just for demonstration here, but I would be using more of a pot because the stock is going to evaporate rather quickly in this situation because of the circumference being wide open like this.
Could I get a
Parmesan at the butt at the very end does lend its lend it, but that's just silkens the pot. This is this all together. This is going to take about 20 minutes or so. You know, some people like the rice a little bit firmer.
You make it perfect. It has a firmness to it, but it has a soft, creamy texture.
Mushroom stock.
So you use a mushroom stock as well as a chicken?
Got there, yeah.
At what point do you feel that you need to keep adding more stock? Is it just a periodic thing?
No, yeah. As it absorbs it, you add more. That's all.
Okay, and then
as you can see, they're still very small and they're very hard. They're very white. Yeah, as they cook, they'll become more opaque. They'll get plumper. And you can just tell. I mean, Now, this is from experience. I mean, you know.
You've had LoRusso's restaurant for 31 years now?
32. Just over 32.
You've been a chef for 40?
Well, I started cooking at the age of 15, 16. 15, I was washing dishes. 16, I started making salads. By 18, I was pretty much running the kitchen where I was working at the time.
What was that?
It was at the Godfather's Restaurant, 270 Doors. I was working for the famous chef Andrino, who opened the first 4-star restaurant in St. Louis back in 65, I think it was. We're down next to now, Chantrelle.
What was the name of that place?
Andrino's.
Oh.
He was
I'll edit those two.
Andrino! That's all I went by. You'll see old pictures. That's back when the Rat Pack came to St. Louis. They stayed at the Chase, and they came over. They were here because of the Union
Connections. What was it?
Well, they did 3 shows, 3 years in a row. They were here. Nobody realized that. And back then, I mean, you see the video. They got a DVD out there now.
Yeah.
The band was Cab Calloway's band, but the orchestral leader was Quincy Jones.
Really?
Oh my God! Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Now you're going to put the mushrooms in?
Yeah, we're about the halfway point, and probably add the mushrooms now. Put them in too early, they were just macerate and just become a brown sauce. But these are going to retain their texture.
Now,
if you're going to add a vegetable,
yeah.
If you're going to add something raw, like raw peas or raw asparagus, you would do that now also for the cooking.
Now, would you, if it was, let's say you're doing chicken or duck or some kind of meat, would it be at the same point, or would you do it later or earlier?
I would do it now till later.
Now, you mentioned to me one time that you use both white and red wine. When do you add the white wine?
Well, normally I would put the white wine in before we cook it.
I do have white wine right now. Okay. So you would have done it a little bit sooner, but if you forget, you could still do it at that halfway point.
Definitely. See, like I said, this is when the rice is starting to open up, start cooking from the inside out. So the flavors that are in here now are going to be absorbed into the rice kernels.
Okay. And how much wine did you generally use?
This is 2 cups of raw rice. I would use maybe a 1/4 cup. And this is something, again, some people are allergic to alcohol, you can't use wine. Even though it cooks the wine out during the cooking process, it just makes it so aromatic, right? That just add a little bit of wine.
Now, do you prefer non-oaky, non-buttery whites, or does it matter?
Oh yeah. You're looking for the citrus component. You're looking for the citrus balance that's going to be put in there. You're not looking for anything kind of creamy or anything. You're looking for, Pinot Grigio or Tokai, something of that nature, Vernaccia. What's this?
This is Pinot Grigio, Paparuta Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, Pinot Grigio perfect.
So something that has that acidity and offers contrast to the creaminess of the risotto.
Just building another layer of flavor there. My tasty.
So it's stack on stack on.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's the same thing if you would add all the stock in at once. You're not building. It's all at once. It's like making a pot of soup. And we're not making a pot of soup.
This is what you define in. So it has that little thickness going on.
Yeah, the starch is releasing. That's what makes risotto so comforting. It's that creaminess, that mouth texture that everybody's searching for. Yeah, when we make risotto in the restaurant, I mean, everybody's just like, "What do you got tonight?" They gotta know. They gotta know what, because we do a really fantastic job with our rice, and people are very appreciative. It's not something you get everywhere.
Would you say, okay, so out of the past 32 years, would you say that as people have become more educated, they're more demanding? Or not demanding, but it creates a new challenge for you that you can't rest on your laurels. You have to stay.
Oh, definitely, yeah. You gotta stay with the times. You gotta keep doing things. Because with these cooking channels now, I mean, there's just total. The world is opened up to them. Poor Dane, here he is, floating down, the river in Thailand, eating something great. I mean, 30 years ago, no such thing. I mean, we even have cable. I think that's just started, but it's gotten so intense. Everybody wants to be a chef. Everybody wants to be the cook, and that's kind of the problem with the workforce now. I've started washing dishes. But these guys, they want to come in. They want to be the main guy. You got to learn from the bottom up. You got to learn to respect the whole process. That's correct. That if you don't have a dishwasher, you don't have pots to cook in. You don't have places to serve on. I mean that job at times is just as important as what's going on out here.
The other thing is, the more chefs I meet that have been doing this for a long time, it is a hard job, physical-wise, not just mental. I mean, you're talking standing in a hot environment on a hard surface, destroying your knees, your hips. I mean, the list of chefs I know that have had knee and hip replacements or back surgery just gets longer and longer every year that I'm in this job, and I keep going. It's not all glamour of food, wine, and fun. It is.
People think, "Oh, you open at 5 o'clock. What time you get here? 3? I would get here about 9. Get the deliveries in, get check loaded, prepare the food. You have to prepare the food before you prepare the food. A lot of people say, "Well, you work in a kitchen. Don't you have mats to stand on?" Some places have mats, but they're hazardous. I mean, trip on them. They're hard to clean. It's cost prohibitive. I mean, you get some really good shoes and work on quarantine. Now, since we had these mushrooms, we use porcini powder. Porcini has been like pulverized to nothing. We use that in a couple of our dishes because it gives a real intense flavor. Also, look at the color, but sometimes when you taste something, you think, "Oh, we should have more mushroom flavor."
Yeah.
Boom. I mean, it's just like it's right there, right now. So this is going to be a very clean tasting dish. The mushrooms here, the stock just added. This is local. This is the ultimate comfort right here. Okay, it's looking nicer.
What's your favorite risotto comfort?
What?
Oh,
Yum, yum, yum. Crazy. But my favorite risotto, I really enjoy mushroom. I do like to finish with gorgonzola just a little bit because I like that real pungent, flavor that gorgonzola gives. The Italian gorgonzola, not blue cheese. Surprising. But people that want, 6 or 7 ingredients in the risotto, like you kill it.
How do you tell the
rice?
difference?
You're not gonna taste the rice, This is the trinity of it all right here. Everything come together. The simplicity of man.
You know, it's like when I tell people, I go, there's more to like whether it's chanterelles or morels than just putting them in batter and frying them. You're killing the essence of what the mushroom is. Where this, you get to see the interaction of the mushroom with the rice. They both stand out by themselves, but they're that much more together. So now you're going to put a little butter in?
Well, right at the very, very end. This is totally finished. Butter and Parmesan completes the process.
And you did
right now, though. We're going to add the saffron.
I think you've called that
a very delicate spice. In my opinion, is included too early. So it almost like cooks away, you know.
So you put it about maybe
we're almost
4/5 of the way.
Yeah, we're about 4/5. Yeah.
And then you didn't put butter in the beginning, did you?
Just a little piece, just to kind of when the rice is sautéing, garlic and the onion. And again, garlic, minuscule amount. See how that little bit of saffron I put in there? How it just changes the color.
Gives it a little bit of a pink or orange hue to it.
And if it's too yellow, they're either using too much or they're not using it at all.
Oh.
A lot of people use turmeric, which is a fantastic antioxidant type of herb. It gives you the color, but it nowhere near gives you the flavor of the real deal.
Now, what's the alternative, or the artificial one that they usually said?
Turmeric. It's used a lot in Indian cooking. It's real yellow.
Yeah.
It kind of resembles curry look, you know.
But saffron's the way to go.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I think you called it Sicilian gold one time.
Sicilian gold, baby. Well, some people say that's what Marsala is. All our stock.
So it should be firm, but no hardness to it.
Correct.
This is just like making noodles. You taste a noodle before you pull it out of the water.
Well, just like, cut it really thin so they melt fast.
All right. Would that be about a tab, you think? Or a half a tab? Or a half a stick?
No.
So
maybe a quarter. Quarter stick.
Okay, so it's about a quarter stick. Yeah, okay. And that would also be something. Is that something that somebody could add more of if they want to, or less?
The butter, cheese is what? Cheese has a lot of butter fat in it also. So this is the one thing that people tend to like to add more cheese. We're just doing this. We're adding this much cheese. You see how it's just like creaming up like crazy.
Creaming up and also thickening up.
Yeah. But at this point, there's no more heat on the stove. You turn it off.
So when you add the cheese, that's when you turn the stove off and you just let the heat from the pan.
Super, super hot. It's like lava. Get no better than that, buddy.
And then, is this when you would add the red wine?
Yes.
Okay, so a little Villa Cacchanaya Chianti Classico. What is that, just maybe quarter cup again?
Yeah, about so. Again, very subjective. I would almost put the wine on the table and let people add some more if they like.
Okay. Now, you did white at the beginning, red at the end. What's the reason for the red? Well,
the red, again, it's off the stove. The more heat, you're getting the richness of that acid to this dish. It's really taking it up a notch. I mean, I would try it without it and then put it on, but I already know what it does to it. You add the red wine to it.
And they could do any wine they want, just as long as it's something that they would want to drink. delicious. Let me get a little shot of that. Right there. All right.
Let's go have some.
Rich, I can't tell you how excited, how much I appreciate you showing us how to do this. I really, really, really am excited. Not only do I get to try your risotto again, but hopefully I can recreate this and keep Mama May happy.
I tell you, it's a really important thing. Keeping those people, keeping the wife happy. It's very, very high on my list.
Well, you've been successfully married for
36, but you know, that's because I'm here all the time. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So here, pour me some white.
All right, let's have a little Paparuta Pinot Grigio. We thought we'd do it with the Paparuta Pinot Grigio, the Villa Cucina Chianti Classico, but also I thought it'd be fun to do a little Le Bourgeois Norton with the idea that eat local, drink local. Try that a little bit of it with that as well. So we have three fun wines to try it with.
Beautiful.
Salute. Salute.
Guys, have cheese? Not cheese. No, no. Okay.
Well, thank you. Rich, now, where can they find you at LoRusso? So what's the address?
3121 Watson at LoRussos.com. And that's a common fallacy in St. Louis because we had the famous baseball manager with A's in his name. We have O's. L-O-R-U-S-S. So, LoRussos, we've been at 32 years here at Watson at Arsenal, just off the hill a little bit.
And you're open Tuesday through Sunday.
Wednesday through Sunday.
Wednesday through Sunday.
Open for private parties. We got a private party yesterday. Next week we got 3 on Tuesday night.
And don't forget to like Rich and the restaurant on Facebook. I'm Ray. Thank you for joining us. And here's living the wild wine life.
Salute.